right, we'll go ahead and get started. I think everything's working here. I got the recording going and everything. So picking up here today, I think we left off last session. You were all standing. You had all made the decision to leave the fort and head southwest towards the Lonely Barrow. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, but I'll move us over to that map. Yeah, so you're on the red line. You took the red line. Or you're taking the red line, and along the way, you're passing the Soot Scale Mines, and decided to stop in and take a peek at what's transpiring there, since you'd last been there probably at this point within the game, weeks if not a month or more ago, that you were inside of that mine. So you've made way. You've got yourselves perched outside of the mine right now. Anybody want to speak to any of the other events that happened last session that they recall?
Vigil now has nightmares about rocks.
That's right. There was a big old giant that
Yeah.
ran into you all at your campsite as you were making your way southwest, and it started chucking rocks from a bag that it had, and it had a giant club attack as well that could do a lot of damage, area of effect damage even. So it was a pretty difficult fight. I think, was it Dalit that fell or someone else that fell? Was it just Idril?
Yeah, Idril went down and we revived him pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He was like the first. I think it was like the first attack the giant took, maybe.
Yeah, it was a critical, and he did
That's right.
30 something points damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dropped him like a rock, literally.
Yeah. So it was no joke. It definitely came on strong, but you all rose to the occasion and dropped it finally, and then you tracked it to its lair, and you found a few items in its lair. I don't know if those items have been distributed or not. Is there any business there as far as the new items that have been discovered?
As far as I know, we've doled out some of that to. I think somebody grabbed something. I can't remember what. I know we have
Yeah, the
a.
treasury. Oh, loot is the one we want.
Yeah, the loot shows the what we pulled out of there. I think there was one thing that was there something that detected magic or that seemed magical that someone grabbed maybe? The amulet, the necklace?
I must have. I noticed that in the chat log, one of the last things you guys did was to do a DT magic.
I don't remember.
Yeah, let's see if there was any other.
Oh, there was a dragon horn that had been crafted into a drinking horn.
Right, that's right.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Pretty large size, though, for anyone else to drink out of. It might be more of a useful for other things for normal sized people, but for a giant, it made a great drinking horn.
Reckla could use it as a plunge pool.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so there, I think that maybe the scrolls would be the thing that
Oh yeah.
you would want to research more to figure out what they are, and that someone could potentially use, sooner than later. But yeah, otherwise I know that you've got a lot of other things in here. I'm not sure what is or isn't spoken for. I assume if it's in here, it's not spoken for typically, but
Yeah.
anything you guys want to discuss around distribution of loot or...
I think maybe, if nothing else, maybe a little investigation on the necklace to see what the pendant is. Is it a symbol? Is it a locket? Is it just decorative?
Oh, the necklace with the pendant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their necklace with the pendant has a symbol on it. And do any of you have, are any of you trained in religion?
Yes.
Yes, Voldarius is.
Okay, you guys, the two of you could make a check. Fortunately, you'd need a little bit higher, but
Voldarius.
let's see if Voldarius has it in him. Yes, indeed. The
Yes.
the symbol itself's a little faded. It looks as if it's gone through some wear and tear, certainly, but the symbol itself is what looks like a flying beetle with a image of a skull on its back, And Darius, you would recognize this to be the symbol of the deity, and what you know about Urgathoa is that she is the goddess of disease, gluttony, and undeath.
That's nice.
Lovely.
Charming little group there.
Yeah, I think what's odd to you is that this giant was carrying it, or at least he wasn't carrying it. This was stuff he found at his
Right.
lair. Who it belonged to probably isn't clear, but it's definitely not a pretty thing to look at or in meaning. Let's see, anything else with the loot? That's
So the scrolls, have you guys investigated those yet? See if there's anything useful there?
We know that they're magical, but we don't know what they are.
The-
Like Reckla could investigate, although he's not trained in Arcana. Would that have to be Arcana or?
I think it's Arcana. And you would have to be trained, I believe, to.
What
Yeah,
else?
Idril can.
Yeah, Reese is trained in Arcana as well.
Aha. Okay, then both of you could go ahead and do a check. Just a Arcana check. I'll tell you how much you can learn about it. Oh, never mind. Voldarius knows this inside out. He has no problems deciphering that the first scroll is a invisibility sphere, level 3 spell. And how about the second one? You want to try the second one, Idril? Chris, you can try an Arcana check on the second one if you want. There you go. Unfortunately, that one is eluding you. Voldarius, you want to give that one a shot too?
Sure.
And that's... Oh, you rolled a 2. Okay. I was wondering why that was so bad. Okay. Okay, so this is a Wall of Fire scroll, which is a level 4 scroll.
Does anyone in particular want to carry those?
Persuasion.
Yeah.
That would fit nicely into Idril's pack.
Cool. I'm going to remove them from party loot then. I guess there was the tattered map. We already looked at that, did we not?
You did. You looked at the tattered map, and it looks like it's like a region. It's just pointing you through a region that you didn't recognize. It didn't.
Right.
No, but nobody recognized exactly what the region was, so it wasn't.
I wasn't there last time.
Yeah,
so,
Darius didn't have a chance to look. I don't know if
True.
that.
So I'm trained in society. I'm trained in survival.
So you can make a survival check. Yeah, that's good.
I go blind.
Fenwarden might have a clue.
Fenwarden. Yeah, Fenwarden. You get a little bit of a better orientation on this map. You believe that this area that is being described in the map lies somewhere between the Shrike River and the mountain range to the near west here. Your estimation is that this would be somewhere ahead of you, past the Soot Scale Mines, but closer to this region I'm pinging. So,
Okay.
so you have some bearings on where you think it might fit.
And as we know, that was it crudely drawn, or what was the description of it again?
It just looks pretty worn and tattered and old, and like
Okay,
it might have
and,
been laying around for a while and exposed to the elements.
Are there any particular markings on it indicating places, even if they're not labeled?
There is a picture of it looks like someone sketched a picture of two heads connected. I'll add a handout to your handouts here for that, where I'll add that image later, but
Okay.
I'll call it the two-head map. Yeah. Yes, I'll be able to come back to that. Okay. Everything else then is accounted for and good to go?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So we can cut over then. Again, you were traveling. You've been on the road for, I think, about 2.5 days total from the fort. You knew about the fact that there was a giant in the area. You were unfortunate enough to stumble upon him while someone was gathering supplies. If I'm not mistaken, was that Idril that was gathering, and
Yeah,
that's what set the whole
maybe.
thing off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it was a little brutal there for a minute, but I think you all were able to rally, and then ultimately you got through that. You healed up a little bit. You got further south, and you found your way back to the entrance of the Soot Scale Cavern, where you find yourselves now. You're huddled behind a rock all together, and I'm gonna have all of you make perception checks, please.
This spot seems very familiar to Voldarius, as this was where he met everyone.
Yes,
That's
Thank
true.
does he
That
see?
is-
We're setting a change. Let's see.
Yeah, I think only Idril would have never stepped foot here before. The rest of you would have some familiarity. So, then Warden, you are taking a look around on the landscape here, and you notice what appears to be a looks like a figure over here, and you notice another one over here leaning on these rocks.
Huh?
And when you're focused on it and you finally take a moment to study it, it almost looks to you like it's like a scarecrow sitting on a wooden post that's just sitting there. And you definitely don't recall seeing this before. None of you recall seeing anything like this before, so it's new to you that these are there, but you notice them and you can alert your team if you'd like.
Yeah, okay, will do. I will. There's two little scarecrow things there positioned where you would have sentinels, maybe, which is odd, but that's what they are, and we need to decide what to do about them.
Yeah, you're well hidden
Yes.
at the moment, and you're a little further away than what I've got you pictured on the map here, so you don't have to be right up on them, but so you can decide how you want to approach it. They're not making any movement or sound or otherwise.
Models, as
The
far
other,
as we can.
but the funny thing is, Fen Warden, that you do hear something also, and
Hmm.
what you're hearing sounds like it's emanating from within the cave itself, and it sounds like some sort of chanting or like singing or something odd, really kind of deep sounding to you. It's almost like fades into the background a little bit if you're not stopping to listen to it, but you can hear it distinctly that something is humming, if you will, and coming from the cave
Okay.
center.
Is there also any sound of work? Could it be like workers singing while they're working? Do I hear hammers or
No,
anything?
no, you don't hear any other distinct the sounds of movement or anything otherwise, just that hum.
Are these scarecrow type things, are they like human sized? Are they larger than human? Smaller than human?
They look a little bit smaller. They look more like they're your size.
Possibly some sort of ritual going on in there.
Do we want to try to throw something out to see if they do anything?
I could send Jasper over.
Oh, yeah.
Jasper's a fairly sneaky boy.
Yeah, there's a little bit of over back behind that one. There's potential sneaky route if they're not very perceptive.
I'll move Jasper into the picture here next to you guys too, so you have him.
He's a good boy.
Where is his?
Can I get control?
I may need Easton as well.
I
I don't
think
know if
so.
he's
Let me make sure you can control him.
I mean, we could also just cast invisibility sphere and all walk in together.
That's we did just get it. It's burning.
Yeah.
It's burning a hole in your pocket.
There's
That
probably
should
a
be
better
the
place
other
to
one.
use it.
It should be the wall of fire that's burning a hole in our pocket.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, if no one else wants.
Can you control Jasper now, Andrew?
Yes, now
okay,
I
sweet.
can.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, what are you thinking?
Jasper is a small little construct. He is trained in stealth. He could go over there and get up behind it and see if it reacts to him at all, and then we can go from there.
I like it. Yeah, sounds good. If you want to give him a
Alright.
stealth check. Excellent. Okay, so you want to go ahead and move him where you're thinking? Okay. And
Yeah, get him like to like behind the rock there. So he's like slinks over to from on the hiding spot behind the other one, and then see if it gets his attention. If they react at all.
go ahead and make a perception check for Jasper if that's doable. I think we should have one. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Okay, cool.
He's a perceptive boy.
Yeah, he's got 3 heads. He should be able to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the question is, how does he communicate with you?
It is a Vader hand wave sort of things. I'm thinking that because they are both slightly less than organic, that they've got a more minute expression, or like they can express more and convey more through minor subtle movements and like shorthand. A baseball first base coach throwing out the sign, slapping the ear, a pat in the
Okay.
head, making the bird symbol, and it knows that means say hi.
Okay, so we'll have, I guess Jasper will have to return in order to do that, or not? Can he make
Let's
those
see
symbols from, or those
It's
compromise
nothing.
his stealth to try to sit there and do charades from behind the rock where with the scarecrow there? So I'm just thinking he could stealth back and relay it to you. But he's certainly got a good look and everything, that's for sure.
So I'll just he gets up there and the scarecrow-esque things don't do anything. Voldarius will just look at everyone else and do we want him to interact with one?
Might as well give it a shot.
See why not? It might raise an alarm, but at the same time, it's better him than us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just give Jasper a little hand bitey motion thing and try to chomp on the thing's leg.
Okay, go ahead and you can roll an attack roll. I'll have another roll for you guys to make in a second. Okay, so he attempts to sneak attack this thing with a bite, and unfortunately he misses it somehow, even though I am factoring in a few pluses for the fact that it's still, he maybe just hits an empty part of this thing, and that might be when Jasper realizes that the body of the scarecrow is not very full, as far as it's almost like a shirt hanging on a skeleton, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have skin and flesh attached to it for it to hit its fangs on. So it doesn't make the hit, but it does cause the scarecrow's head to turn and animate. So I'll go ahead and have you all roll initiative. Ooh. Oops, I think I moved Jasper. There we go.
I cannot control Jasper again.
Oh man, I pressed. There we go. I pressed Control Z, and it like stepped everything back, including. That's interesting that it would actually
Go that
take
far.
all of the edits back from the token. But okay, so he's got 46 hit points. All right, you should be able to again. I hope. And
I can.
okay, and the other thing is I'll make sure you can see its health bar. Okay, cool. All right, so we got this whole thing rocking now. Let me put this in order.
Maybe I'm going to need my animal companion as well. That's the cat.
See if you can drag it on there. See if you're able to drag the token on or not. I'm curious.
Let's see, where is he?
Easton,
If we,
under companions.
and I think I have you guys in here twice. Let's see, what's the right one? Visual got a 7. Are you seeing yourselves twice in the turn order? Anybody?
No.
I do not.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, see, I see twice for some reason on mine. I've got to pick the right ones. Okay, so 24 for Voldarius. Okay, everything else should be right, I believe, except I need to add this and this. All right. All right, I think I've got it right now. I think, Voldarius, you're going to be first to act.
So the Scarecrow's head turns and looks down at Jasper.
Yeah, it definitely animated once the attempt was made to touch it.
It reacted. I'm going to go ahead and try to hit it with some needle darts.
Okay, go for it.
Also, I'm noticing that Easton hasn't made it into the turn order.
Yeah, I just noticed the Dalek got out of the turn.
Oh, I deleted the wrong Dalit. Okay, my bad. Dalit, roll yours again. Or actually, you don't have to roll it. You don't have to roll it. Yeah. I had two of you, and last fight you also had a 16, and I'm like, it's 50-50. I don't know which one was this fight or last fight. Well, you're consistent anyhow. You should be
I'm
good
not
now.
sure why Easton didn't make it into the turn order. I did use his character sheet.
Did you select him, this token?
Try that again.
He's a little bit.
Yeah, he's in there now.
I was in the know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's put
This needs to be sorted again. Sorry about
There
that.
Okay, all right. Back to the needle darts. Needle
22.
darts was a 22, which I was trying to get his sheet working, but that is a hit.
Alright, so 8 damage as some silver darts go over there and rip through the bits of Scarecrow design.
All right. Yeah, so you see basically this attack shred part of this Scarecrow. It's almost like you would think it just tears through it and does some considerable damage on the way through. Let's see, so he's now taking damage. So he's already, I think it's working. There we go. Okay. All right, so it is, anything else? You have another action, I think? Or
Yeah, that's two. One of my actions will be to manipulate Jasper.
got it. Okay. And he'll act in just a moment, but before he does, the Scarecrow is going to go ahead and take a turn here. So what you notice is that this thing animates and begins to lift its hand and reaches towards Jasper to make an attack. What is Jasper's AC?
Which one? It looks like the one that's higher in the turn order is the one farther away, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so that one's raising its arms towards Jasper?
I'm sorry. You're right. I have them reversed. Hold on. This one should be 17. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it should have been this way. So it's actually, there you go. It's this one. The one near him.
I think the 22 is now Easton.
Oh, what am I doing? What was Easton's? 16
Easton, I
or
thought.
17?
I think Easton was the 17.
Got it.
Yeah.
I don't recognize some of these tokens, and I
Yeah.
just clicked too quick. Okay.
Just gotta get familiar.
So this one's
Actually, now
22.
have them out.
There we go. Okay, I think that's finally right.
Unfortunately, it's still the one that's on the other side. We can understand that it's the one near, but...
Oh, I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah, it's this one here that's 22.
Alright, so that Jasper's armor class is a 20.
Okay. All right. So he has been clawed at by this thing, and it has slashed Jasper. It causes 12 points of damage to Jasper. And this is when you notice that this thing, it seems to be coated almost in some type of substance. And it becomes a little bit more apparent to you as it's moving now that it's got some kind of slime or something all over it. Gives it a little bit of shine as it moves, and it hits Jasper, and let's see. I think Jasper is going to see. Which one is it? Fortitude save. That is not gonna save. So Jasper is going to be sickened 1.
He is immune to sicken,
Okay.
as he is a construct.
Okay. And he's gonna take 5 additional damage. This is necrotic damage.
Immune to necromancy.
Okay. So he doesn't take that damage, but you would have some idea that something
Sure.
something else is
More.
toxic going on with this
Yeah.
thing.
Is
So
it on you, Jasper?
that was its first. It's gonna do, let's see, 1 more attack against Jasper with its other claw. And unfortunately that is also a hit. This will do 13 damage. Maxed out. From there, it is going to go ahead and take a step forward. Let me delete that, and I'm just going to use the Scarecrow token. That's what I needed to do all along. That's why it was messing up. I'm trying to use the Scarecrow token, but there's an image over top of it. 1 second. There we go. Delete that. Make that 22. This should fix the order issue that you are seeing, but it's Jasper's turn now, so you can go ahead.
How's Jasper doing anyway?
He's hurting. He'd be bloodied if you want. So he's got some oil spurting
He's
out.
oily. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's oiled and not in the fun way. All right, Spur, me boy. Let's see here. All right, so they're together? Are they a space away from each other, as is?
Yeah, I meant to move him. He should be right here. Yep.
Let's see here. So Jasper's going to go ahead and return the favor and try to claw at this thing.
Okay. That is a hit, and that is a lot of damage. Nice.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he took a chunk out of the Scarecrow with that.
And then he'll go ahead, because one of my actions gives him 2. He'll go ahead and make a bite attack as well.
Nice. Wow. Yeah, that is... Is that critical? That's critical.
Oh,
Very nice.
26 damage. Okay. Or you can roll on the critical hit table.
we'll roll the critical hit.
Okay, so you still get the crit damage here, but you've done a little bit more in the sense that you've halved his arm, which will actually take away one of its attacks
Yeah!
as well. So this thing has been tore up. It looks pretty mangled already.
He learned its lesson from where the bite didn't work, and now it lashes out, grabs onto the arm, and rips one of them right off.
Nice. Anything else for Jasper? Is that it?
Nope, Jasper is going to be very happy. A dog chewing on its... Snakehead's going to be chewing on its new little scarecrow arm.
All right, Dalit. What would you like to do?
No, he disappeared out of the turn order there.
But entirely, or do you go to the bottom?
Who, Jasper?
You should have just gone to the bottom.
I'm sorry, I meant
Easton.
Easton.
Oh.
Easton.
Easton with 17.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on. I got this all messed up.
In the Scarecrow shuffle, it got lost.
Oh, yeah, Easton. Sorry, Easton was up before Dalit. Dalit has another second here.
Yeah, that's okay. Easton wants to delay until after Fenwarden's
Okay,
put him down.
you got it. I'm gonna stretch Easton out here because he just looks so...
He disappears.
I can't seem to do it. If you do a control, I think it is, and stretch him, he'll stay or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's good now. All right, so I'll put him behind you, and I'll just change his number to 14. Okay, now Dalit, you are up.
That's better. He looked like Garfield before, so that's...
Yeah, he did.
It was the chibi Easton.
Alright, this map is really confusing with movement.
Yeah, its scale is different.
The grid that's on the graphic does not match the grid that's
Right,
being applied,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
but the measurements should be right. Or
Okay.
yeah. So don't follow the...
I'm going to pull out my sword and I can grab my character. I'm just gonna move over there. That's about all I can do right now.
Okay. All right. as you do that, let's have everybody make a perception check again. Okay. Alright, see. Reckla and Dalit would notice first that this thing on the far side, this other scarecrow, has started moving. It's coming your direction. It gets as far over towards you as this is seen on the map, and then you see it reach down and grab something that's hanging on his chest and lift it, and you hear like a loud like whistling sound coming from it after that. And Fenwarden, it's your turn.
Okay, Fenward would like to climb on top of this rock pile in front of us. Can he get up there in one?
You can do an athletics check and make a take one action to climb up. DC 18. Should be easy for you. There you go.
And then he will try his composite long on that, the new one, the one that's just starting to do something.
Okay. That is a hit.
And then he's got one action left. He will, I think he's going to hold Easton in reserve, so he's not going to tell Easton to do anything. He'll take one more shot with the composite longbow.
That is a miss.
Okay.
The second one. Okay. So it's taken one shot for 10. Okay. All right. Anything else? I think that's it. You got your 3 in?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Easton is up.
And I did not give Easton any commands, so he's going to just
sitting
pass.
still. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, so this is where I have an old. Are you up next, Reckla, on yours on the turn order? Scott, do you see yourself next on the turn order?
Yes.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
up. You're up.
Okay, this is just not working out well for Reckla. So he only moves 25. Speed is 25. Yeah, okay. So he's going to move for one act. Not getting close enough. He's going to move a second time.
Okay.
Yeah, but now doesn't have enough action to cast that, so he's going to give guidance to Dalit.
Okay. All right, Israel's up. So you're moving. There
Yep,
you go.
moving here. I see around this rock.
You can definitely see this one.
I will stay old-fashioned perk.
I think you
I'm
might.
going after him.
You might be a little far on this one because the scale out here is a little longer, so it's 60 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we got to get some range to our spells.
Yeah. The grid on this is messy.
Yeah, I couldn't get it fixed. I was trying before the session to try to line it up with the measurement. It was one or the other. It was like either don't have the measuring tool or.
Yeah.
So we'll just go with a flashing gust.
Okay, yeah, you're in perfect range for that.
Nice.
27 is a hit. This thing is taking a toll already. Okay, it's looking rough. It's looking rough.
Is that a crit on this thing?
No, close. Yeah.
It's a scarecrow, so it probably does not have doesn't take bleed damage.
Okay.
And that's his go.
Perfect. All right, back to the top of the order. Voldarius is first.
All right. Let's see here. Go ahead and let's see. We're gonna go ahead and needle darts the one by Jasper again.
Okay. Let's see what you got. Oh, okay, not a problem. The needles tear through this thing again, and you see the figure collapse.
All right.
All right.
So that's 2, and then I will give Jasper the next command to get moving on towards the next one.
Okay. Have you already moved him? Sorry.
Nope. My turn will end with that, and then on his turn.
Okay, got you. All right, yeah, I see. All right, so it is back to the dead scarecrow is laying there. Now it's Jasper's turn.
Then, seeing as Jasper is not going to be able to get to it, he will move up as far as he can. Move up there and get ready for the next Scarecrow.
Oh yeah, let me put this. Okay, got it. It's moved, and now it's Dalet's turn again.
Okay, so you can do this. Gift up there.
All right, but that's all your movement, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all 3 segments right there.
All right. Okay, so the Scarecrow that's blowing on this whistle as you approach it lets the whistle go and moves your direction. It will come forward and try to claw at Dalet, whose AC is what again?
1 right now? Yeah.
21. Okay. Let's see this. What's the plus for this thing? Okay, it hits with its claw. And Dalet will take 9 points of damage from the slash. And you'll need to make a fortitude check, please. As you feel this ooze or coating that it's got on it seeping in a little bit.
Oh,
That is, I'm going to let you know that's not going to save. If you want to use a hero point now, it's an option.
He still has guidance as well.
oh yeah.
Never used your guidance.
But a +1 to his status. Yeah, I'll try to make that an 18. If that does that do anything or no?
Unfortunately, you got to get to 20 on this one.
Okay, cool.
Your hero senses are telling you need this one.
You rolled a 9. Yeah, you rolled a 9, so just so you can weigh it if you want
Okay, I'll
to
try
do it or
again.
not. There you go. There you go.
That's better.
Yes. So whatever this is that it's got on it does not at least penetrate with the slash that it got on you, but you did take a couple points of damage. It's going to swing one more time, though. It does have one more action. This one is, of course, minus. It misses. And Fen Warden's next.
Fen Warden will use his 100 prey. That's being this guy over here. And he will take 1 shot with the longbow. I can't find that thing. In one of these pockets. Okay. Actually, he's going to get 2 quick shots.
The first one hit.
First one is a hit. Okay. Maybe the second one will be a little better. And number 2. Oh, same thing.
Nice. Okay, so 2, and they both did 11. Got it.
Okay. And then his last action, he's telling Easton to run in and try to flank the Scarecrow.
Okay. All right. And you can do that next. Go ahead and.
I think he can get to about there with his movement.
Okay. I think that means it's Reckla's turn.
Since Reckla happens to be standing right next to Fen Warden, he'll reach over and touch his bow and give it a little boop.
On top of the rock, unfortunately.
Oh?
It
Okay.
is up there. It's
True.
If you want to try to climb up there to touch it, you could make a athletics check and spend an action.
Sure, yeah, let's give it a try. Athletics, I'm actually trained in athletics. I'll do a hero point. It's
no, actually, it's right on. You're good. You're good on this one.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. And then, yeah, that'll be his turn.
Okay, nice. All right, you've been tapped. Idril's up again.
Jimmy, can you see my arrow?
Yeah.
Need one of those fancy bows.
Okay, moving up.
Yeah, just moving up, and that's it.
All right,
I'll
perfect.
have the range.
Okay. You're closing the... Voldarius is back up again.
All right. Let's see here. We'll go... We are stuck on the side here. He will go ahead and move up. And then he will go ahead and give guidance to Fen Warden.
Okay. All right. So we've got guidance also. Stacking them up. Good.
Buff.
All right.
And that's him.
Okay. Got it. All right. Let me have Idril, Fenwarden, Reckla, and Voldarius. Everyone but Dalit make a perception check.
I show the minions.
Players. No minions on this one.
Roger.
Okay. All right.
I hit it twice, but the first one.
All good. It's all good. All of you notice this, that the corpse of the scarecrow that's laying there that you took down already seems to be moving, and almost as if it's weaving itself back together, as if it's got some ability to reanimate, and it stands back up before your eyes. So it's using an action to do all of that, but it does still have the ability to attack this round.
That little red dot scared me.
Yeah, it was a little odd, right? Like, why is he only using the red dot, not the big red X? All right, so it's back up, and it's going to go after Idril, who's the closest enemy to it. And Idril, what is your AC, please? Ooh, never mind. It rolled a 20. It rolled a... Okay. It slashes at you, and it does points of damage on a critical slash, and you'll need to make a fortitude save.
That's doing more damage.
That was double damage there. That was critical. Yeah. Okay, you save. You don't feel any effects from this substance that's on it. So let's see. What does the scarecrow want to do? Does it want to take another shot at you? Probably.
Of course he would.
Yeah, I think he is going to. Let's see. He's getting a minus here, though.
Yes.
Okay. He is going to hit. And this one does 9 points of damage. Oh.
See, there's attack rolls in the chat.
I'm not seeing the attack rolls either.
Oh, I have GM rolling on. He rolled a 17 on that attack roll, and he gets a plus 12. But yeah, I'm sorry, I just have him on the... I should take that off. But, so where are you at now?
0.
You just hit the 0? Okay, so Israel falls, and it's now Jasper's turn.
I did not spend an action on Jasper,
right.
So Jasper's gonna sit there with its one arm still hanging out of its mouth. Did that guy only attacked once, right? Or did he knit his other arm back on?
He actually did attack twice, and I should probably amend that, but let me see.
I don't know what he did when he, like,
yeah,
himself
I'm
together.
reading. I want to read that real quick to see if he does replace. Okay, yeah, he basically can weave himself into whatever shape he wants. So he can reshape himself, rebuild parts of him that are missing. He just loses size a little bit. So he does have an arm. He does have 2 arms at the moment.
Oh, it's just like the Deadpool arm. It's really stunted.
Dalit.
Okay, let's just try to attack this thing. I don't know how much it's gonna help, but I'll try to do a bit or two. I'll try to do a combat. Let's hold that.
Okay. That's 11.
Did the guidance get spent before?
No, like use guidance for that.
Which would make it a 28.
That is crit. That is crit. So you can roll. I'll add that back and we'll recalculate.
Oh.
I mean,
okay.
Not bad actually. All right, so it's stunned.
All right, then take another.
That was fortuitous because it goes next.
Hey!
You missed, but guess what? It cannot fight back.
Oh, that is so good.
Anything else, Dalit?
It's time for it.
I think you have one more action.
Yeah, I'm just going to move over here for my next.
Now, the creature's also grabbed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I need you to make a fortitude save, Dalit.
Oh,
That's a slimy thing you grabbed.
Okay, you're good.
Nah.
You're good. You grabbed the
Okay.
right spot. You're all good.
bad
Okay, so
touch, bad touch.
you've moved. The Scarecrow does not get to act. He'll lose the. I'll take that off of him though. He'll get to act next turn. It's Fenwarden's turn.
All right. Great. Fenwarden's going to cash in all his chips and try to get a critical hit on this thing. So he's using Hunter's Aim, so it's a two action shot with a +2. Plus he's got guidance. Plus he's got, is it +1 Reckla on the magic?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a +4 to the roll that I'm going to do here.
Oh, it does also an extra die of damage.
Ooh, perfect. All right, nice it does work. Not really. 16 is what all that ends up to be.
Which one is the close one or the far one?
This one over here is my 100 prey. Oops.
Oh, your hunted prey. I think because he's held, that you would get an
And
additional
stunned.
plus to that. So I would say that's a hit.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
It's not
So
a,
let's see.
not a ton, but it's still good.
7 points of damage plus
Another
an extra
die.
plus. I get an 8-sided die anyway because he's 100 prey and it's first shot. So 2 more of those. Another 9 points of damage.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like Dalit is. It seems if Dalit weren't holding it right now, it may not. It may have difficulty being upright, but it's still animated. So, yeah, really good
Okay.
shot.
So now he's going to command Easton to come around at that one that's behind him.
Okay.
That's reanimated.
Yeah. Just turn around and.
Yeah, he can get there, but I don't think he can have any time left to take an attack. So
Oh yeah, he only
unless
has
he can jump over this rock.
2 actions. If you want to do an athletics check for him and jump over the rock, we'll do a DC 22, and you could still get the attack off if you want to do an athletics.
Sounds like a fair thing. Where's Easton's athletics?
Okay, so he would instead basically get on top of the rock. This
He gets the top and has to
Yeah.
jump back down, so
Yeah.
he's there, but he's not able to
just
attack.
can't attack yet. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Reckla, you're up next.
Reckla will target reanimated a vitality lash.
Rolled a 1.
Terribly miss. I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
Not much better.
At least it was not a crit miss. Okay.
And then
One more.
with his final action, the heal action on Vigil.
Ooh, okay.
So that should be 12 points of healing.
Okay.
Because it's considered positive damage, so to speak. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Idril
Um,
has taken some healing, and you're up.
Can I flip back to Easton for a second? I didn't realize he's got the cat pounce, so with his last action, he can stride and strike.
Oh, stride and strike. There you go. You can just run around the rock
Nice.
and attack.
Yeah, so he can basically jump down from the rock and attack on his way down.
That makes sense.
As they do.
Yes, it is, yes. So I
Yeah.
think he can do that. So I'm just going to take a quick bite on his way down.
Yes, you are. That's a hit.
All right. What's he get? 4. Didn't bring the damage in.
4 damage? Okay.
4 damage.
Got it. Yeah. All right. Now it's Idril's turn, who I think might be restored a little bit.
Yeah,
Conscious.
Yeah.
thank you, sir. Edril will stand. Yeah, you always shoot and roll the dice with that opportunity with reflective attack.
Yeah.
And then you check my range. Check the stealth also. To second. So then I will just use a second level scorching ray on the one in front of me.
Okay.
It says that it is not found.
Let's see. All right. What's up with it? I'm sorry.
It says that it's not found. It says syntax error, but not that.
Oh, what did you click exactly?
I clicked on the spell inside of the spell book.
Let's take a look. Which one is it again? I'm sorry.
Working right.
Scorching Ray. Oh.
Maybe. Yeah.
Huh, yeah, I see what you're saying. And we just drug these over from the compendium, I think.
Yeah. Yes, we did. The ones that were in the compendium. Oh, I don't.
Yeah, it says expected 0 to 9. So there
Yeah.
must be... What is it? One of these has, like, the wrong character in it. I'm just looking to see. Otherwise, you could just... I think you can just roll in a spell attack roll. You have... Yeah, I see you toggling that. I think it's somewhere in that attack section that it's got the wrong value. But I don't know which one it is. You could just roll a spell attack, which would be like a +4 attack for you.
That'll be a +9.
Oh yeah,
spell
9.
attack.
That's right. Yeah, if we turn that off and try to press it again, let's see.
You know what? I
See that?
noticed I had
There we
I had
go.
an issue with this spell not showing up too, and I think it has something to do with legacy and remaster settings.
So on his, I've narrowed it down. It's the damage that's
Oh.
off. So I just turned the damage
okay.
off on the macro, and you could use it then and then roll the damage separately.
Okay, so it's horrible.
Yeah, don't take my rolls for it.
Alright, let's see if I can do any better.
There you go. Much better. Much, much better. Okay, Scorching Ray, so then you can roll, I think it's like D6, or I'm sorry, 2D6.
It is the
2d6.
Nice.
Alright.
Sweet.
Yeah, burning up here from the Scorching Ray, and doesn't look, again, like it's in too good of condition, but it's still limping along. What else, Idril?
That's stood for 1 action, and
Yeah,
then
that'd be it.
Scorching Ray
Yeah.
for 2. So,
All right, hold your ground. Here we go. Next is Voldarius.
Alright, so I'm going to use one of my actions for Jasper, so on his turn. Go. And then I'll move up to just beside Idril, and then I will use an additional heal on him as well.
There you go.
If it show me heal 2. Heal, there you go.
Okay,
An extra 8.
8 more. Back. Idril. Nice.
thank you.
I think you have one more action, maybe?
Nope, one for Jasper, one for me.
Oh,
and
that's
then
right,
one
you
for the
gave it
one
away,
to,
I'm sorry.
The 1 action spell.
Perfect. All right, so now we're back to the Scarecrow, the near one. He is now dealing with multiple targets. I'm going to have him determine which target he wants. Odd or even, Chris?
I've always been odd.
All right, you'll be odd and Jasper will be even. It's coming for you again.
Yep.
And it is, these rolls should all be out loud now. I'm going to try to make sure I'm doing it right. All right. AC 15?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you're 17. All right.
yes, sir.
And second swipe, 13 also misses. Okay, all right. So
I like them when they're public.
I know, right? I know. I was rolling so good.
Hey,
You'll see it on the
Eastwood,
recording. Let's see. So that's all he could really do attack-wise without selling out on the last attack. So let's see, what else does he have that he could do? Okay, yeah, he's not going to do anything else that's noticeable to you, but that's his turn. And it's Jasper's turn next.
Alright, Jasper will go ahead and move up behind this Scarecrow. And this one is no longer stunned or grabbed? Or is it stunned?
I think it's still grabbed, right? Dalit?
It should be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it never had a chance to get loose.
Yeah, flanked and grabbed.
All right, so then we'll go ahead and he's gonna try the same thing. He's gonna go in with some claws first. Oh no, he'll only get the one.
Ooh, that's critical.
Very nice.
So then, yeah, he gets the one action or the one attack with the movement. So.
Do you want to roll a critical table
Oh, yeah.
for this, or do you just want to take the...
No, we'll see what
Okay.
that critical table does.
Okay, because it's going to fall, and it does fall. I just wanted to see what effects
Victim's
otherwise it
strength
might
is
have.
halved.
Okay, so I'm gonna... That's basically then
So 2 times 2 damage anyway.
+1. Okay, all right. So I've got him figured out. He falls over. He slumps over, even though Dalet's grabbing him. He's definitely noticeably no longer animated. Is anything else for Jasper, or was that...
Nope, that'll be
Okay.
it for him.
All right. Dalet, you're holding a unanimated scarecrow.
Limp Scarecrow in your hand.
Since I know the other one got back up,
Eh,
I'm gonna try to have this one apart. Try make attacks for that.
So you're gonna try to like break it up kind of thing, or...
Yeah. So I'm just trying to like, I guess, hack it in half, like at the waist.
Okay. Go ahead and do an attack roll on it, so I can see how well you connect here on this. Okay, and yeah, so you can start to cut into it, basically, and begin to separate parts of it this turn. You want to use all
Okay.
your actions to do this, or...
Yeah, I'll try to use all my actions to get through the split it into the two
Okay,
halves.
okay. Go ahead and just do the other 2 attacks. We'll see how far you get through it. The other thing is... Let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're able to get it into 2 pieces, basically. Yeah, throughout your whole turn, you're able to hack this thing apart and get it into 2 big pieces. So you got 2 halves of Scarecrow now.
Now it's like a worm, and we have 2 scarecrows.
yeah, I'm really.
It all used to be one big Scarecrow, is what they say. Okay, the Scarecrow is down. Fenwarn's up.
Yeah. Okay. That scarecrow's down. Okay. Fenwarn's going to hop down, and he'll draw the short sword he picked up last game. He was at anyway, which is an unknown magical sword. He's going to draw that, and then that's 2 actions. The third action is going to have Easton attack.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, Easton.
Easton takes a couple of bites. That is not going to work.
That's actually a crit miss.
Okay.
With flanking?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, you're flanked now. Yeah, that's not a
Oh,
crit
good.
miss.
Okay, thank you. All right, second try.
It's also a
And
miss.
Bill. Okay, Easton's not up for it today. Okay, that's it. I'm out of stuff.
All right, Reckla.
Alright, Reckla's gonna try and hit him with an Disrupt Undead.
That is a hit, and it slumps over again into a pile of itself. Oh, wrong one. Not Easton. This guy. And I gotta roll something. Okay. So you got 2 dead scarecrows
My-
laying here.
Last action, I'll hit it with that.
So you're trying to
Does-
damage it by using a healing spell to it.
That's
Yeah.
what it does, yeah.
As long as it's undead, you
One
do that
willing
enough.
living creature or one
Positive.
undead creature. Positive energy, so it's 19 damage to it.
Are we sure it's undead?
No, just seemed undead. Said there was a skeleton to it of some kind.
Yeah, I think.
I can't
Okay.
even s-
It's okay. Roll a fortitude save. Just Reckla who touched it. Yeah. Okay. Right. All right. So you will take 8 points of damage from touching this thing. You feel this burning sensation on your hand where you touched it. Almost similar to almost like an acid type of feeling. You almost feel like it's like eating through your skin in the spot where you touched it. and it's starting to like almost melt your skin away, exposing just the muscle and tissue beneath. And it hurts pretty bad. Hurts pretty bad. Meaning it is a persistent thing, actually, that you're gonna have to deal with here. Anything else for Reckla?
Are we still in turn
Yeah.
based?
Yeah.
I think I've done all 3 of my actions.
Okay. All right, Israel. I figured I would run through everyone, give you a chance to act. It is weird. Sorry, guys. The next one's much better, I promise. If we get there, which we will. You're
Maybe.
steps away.
I am getting the hell away from that thing.
Mhm.
I will turn around and we've seen it come back, right? I do a recall knowledge.
Sure. Yeah, you could try that, or Arcana, or there's probably a few things you could
Try it on Arcana and find out what the heck we need to use.
Yeah. Okay. So your Arcana check's good enough to let you know that this thing, after some delay, will reanimate and heal itself. But while it's in this fallen state, if you will, it seems like it's vulnerable to fire.
I'm not really well.
Burn it. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else?
Basically, I only got one action left, so that would be it.
Okay. All right. Voldarius.
All right. Then we'll go ahead and I'm going to give Jasper an action. And Voldarius will go ahead and hit it with a fire ray.
Whoa. Okay.
There you
Let me
go.
see. A blazing band of fire arcs through the air. Nice. Okay. It does get a
So-
savings throw, which I will roll out loud. It needs a. Where is it? It needs a 15
So
or
it's
higher.
It's an attack.
Yeah.
That's an attack roll. I think that this is the score. This is the remastered Scorching Ray.
Oh, I see. I
I
see.
need-
Yeah.
need
Okay.
to
I got you. So
upgrade
yeah. So
it.
that would hit, but it gets a savings throw basically to see if it survives your fire. The way that the scarecrow mechanic works is if you do light it on fire while it's unanimated, it basically could some of the remnants, enough of the remnants could survive that it would still be able to reanimate. So let's see if it does or doesn't. With this is D20 plus 5. Okay. So what did it do? Okay, so it just means basically that it didn't get consumed by the fire. That's all that means. It doesn't mean anything else than that. So
Was it a critical? Was it a critical hit? A critical success?
I don't believe so. Oh, it was
no.
Was it 25?
for being
Close. Even down
knocked down.
2. Do you have any other pluses or?
No, because I'm not flanking.
Yeah.
Nobody ever hits me with guidance. So no, it's the 25.
You're last in the guidance chain of command here. All right. Okay.
Hit
So
yourself with guidance.
it's still on fire
Walk.
though. That part is good. It's
Yeah, and
definitely on
the
fire.
space, the ground underneath it is on fire.
Yeah. So this area in and around it is burning up a little bit, but the scarecrow itself is on fire too, and it'll get another next round. We'll see what happens. But all right. I think that's it for Voldarius.
Yep.
The other scarecrow, or I'm sorry, this scarecrow is not acting. Jasper can go. Might want
So
to
if it
step back.
ends its turn in that space, it takes 1d6 fire damage. So would that trigger its needing to make another save?
Yeah, I think so. I think that makes sense. Let's see. Okay, so it gets consumed. It would be
Nice.
consumed at that point. Yeah. So this one is. Let me do the right thing here for you guys and put a big red X on this one, if I can.
Yeah.
I'll
Leaves a
believe it
little
when I see it.
anxiety.
I don't know. I can't really. I gotta zoom out. Here we go. Not that one.
Not that one. What are you doing?
That was a different fight. Okay. All right. Jasper's good. Let's see. Dalit?
Wouldn't Jasper get to go?
Or I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking that was Jasper. That was when it was going. It was you. Go ahead, Jasper.
All right, so we're gonna do thing. Got a thing to do, and put it here somewhere.
Explode.
So the construct core will explode. 2d6 fire damage, basic reflex saved. All creatures in a 5-foot emanation.
Wow. 5-foot emanation. That's perfect. Okay. You want to roll damage on it?
Does it gets the basic reflex save?
I'd say it doesn't because
because it's down.
Yeah.
Okay. And so let's see here. We're actually, since we're 4th level, we get the extra bit. So
That 46 damage?
every level thereafter, increase the explosion's damage. Extra d6. Yes, 4d6 at this time.
Wow. Okay.
My mouse is
You're quick
Like
on the
double
click.
click.
acting up. Yeah.
That's all right. I got you.
So
Okay. So
it'll
you.
be the 14.
Yeah. So you've got this thing lit up. Let me try to see if it
All right, and
saves.
then
It's saved right on that time. So it's.
all right. So give me a second because that is stable. So I need to make a. It needs to make. Where are we going? I need to make a DC so it doesn't actually stop working. So let's see here. DC 17 Inventor. So what's that? What's mine? I put that here somewhere. I apologize. I don't know where it is. We'll just.
That's all right. I'm just reading about their spell as well. Okay.
All right, so that's a fail.
Okay. All right. Anything else for Jasper?
No, he does that. The fire bursts out of him, and then there's some smoke that comes from one of his heads, and it starts ticking to the side and then droops down. So I'm going to need to retune him before he can be functional again.
I see. Yeah. It's sort of a last resort.
Yep,
for him.
but
Okay.
he did some fire damage.
Perfect. All right, Dalit, you've got this explosion that happened in front of you and this Scarecrow corpse pretty much in your hand for the most part. Do you try to get this thing lit on fire?
No, I hit. Unless there's a fire still. The fire's still going around.
The other Scarecrow's burning. There's some fire over there. That would be the closest active fire if you weren't producing one. You could
Wow, I could just make it there.
go for it.
And
Dropping him's a free action.
Can I take my full movement with him in my hands?
I'm good with that. He's not
I
very
guess only
heavy.
half of it.
Yeah. You've
So-
got more
yeah.
weight and treasure than you do Scarecrow. So.
I'll run him over there and
Alright.
drop him on top of the other Scarecrow's body.
All right.
Imagine him running up and dunking it.
Okay. He burns up, and now you've got a big pile of ash. Within the ash, you do notice that there are 2 whistles that were fashioned out of some kind of silver. It looks like to you.
Checks out.
And let me move this one real quick so I can put that damn X on them. There we go. All right. Otherwise, it just looks like again the ooze is burning up as well at this point. So you're able to sift through safely and recover these 2 silver whistles on necklaces. Threat
I'll put it in the
eliminated.
party loot.
And he had been blowing the whistle at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one up here did. But at this point, you've cleared them out. You haven't heard anything else. But if you do want to do a perception
Reckla-
check.
Reckla would probably be working on himself. He's getting rid of whatever he caught by touching the thing.
Oh yeah, you need to do another
Fortitude.
fortitude save until you shake that.
At the beginning or the end of my turn?
You can do it. You can do it now.
And then perception checks,
Oh.
you said?
So you're healing first? Yeah, and then
Yeah, I'm
perception
gonna-
checks for everyone else.
I'm assuming that the heal. I'm hoping that the heal action will cure me of poisonous rot that I've picked up.
I don't think so. I don't think it's just going to restore health. I don't think it is going to remove the effect of.
If you treat disease,
Yeah, you could use that.
that's part of the medicine.
Then I won't cast that spell if I know that treat disease is the right thing.
Okay. Which is a medicine check. It's so for you. I think it's you got it right on. You're good to go. You've shook the effect of the
Cool.
necrotic poison. Yeah, and so for the others who have looked around and listened and tried to take stock of what's left, if there's anything, there's no other threat out here, but I'll say that you now, everyone maybe but Reckla is noticing that there is a humming sound, like a really low humming sound coming from the cave entrance. Other than that, you don't see any other threats or noticeable
Being
things.
an inventor by trade, is it something I might recognize as like the hum of machinery or the hum of like gears and things working of some kind of construct?
Or a bunch of people just humming.
Yeah, or maybe it's that. Locusts.
Yeah, you would be able to rule out moving parts, I would say.
Okay.
Voldarius, since you
Okay.
had such a good roll, definitely. Yeah, I figured we would all just take a quick 5-minute break. I know we went a little longer maybe than we normally do before we take our 5-minute break. So if everyone's cool with that, we'll take 5 and we'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, everybody back?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
what would you all like to do now?
Edward wants to try to use a nature check to see if he can identify the buzzing as maybe it's a bee or something natural.
Okay. So I guess you would consider it to be an unnatural sound.
I know a lot of natural things. That's not one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not something you could place as being caused by nature as you know it.
What
So,
about the knowledge of scarecrows and what they're typically used for, or who typically uses them? That be occultism? Is anyone trained in occultism?
Kenborn's trained in farming. They use scarecrows there.
yeah, occultism
Yeah.
would be good.
Voldarius is trained in occultism.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so Voldarius, you believe that this is some type of construct that was created through necromantic magic, and that piques your interest a little bit in, and maybe even makes you a little bit suspect of the symbol that you found recently. It's a little odd to you that you would have found this Urgathoa symbol on that necklace and then encounter something like this so close to it. And I think it's like sets off a bell for Voldarius that these two things may be very...
I want to take a look at the whistles real quick. Is there a matching beetle on the whistle or any other kind of inscription on them, or are they just plain silver whistles?
Do you have crafting?
Oh,
Or any...
boy howdy do I have crafting.
I thought you did.
What a sick joke. I roll a 2.
You rolled a 2. Anyone else with crafting?
I roll
Reckla was peeking over his
2.
shoulder. He knows much more.
You guys, you can roll out. You don't see obviously any symbol on it, but Idril might notice that or believe that this looks like it may have been created by Kobolds. Like it was not something that was well made.
That fits with the mines at the very least.
Yeah. We didn't bring Earth didn't come with us? We leave him back at the must have left him back at the fort, huh? I think we left all of our kobolds back at the fort.
Yeah.
Don't,
Yeah.
Some of them died.
didn't we only have one?
Oh, that's right. That's right. The
The
giant did some real
Oh,
damage to
that's
them.
right. We did have the kobolds with
That's
us
right.
then.
Yeah. They were
Yeah, that was
giant
probably the
murderers.
only reason why we survived.
Yeah.
Are all the kobolds dead?
No.
No.
All the
One.
ones that were with you are dead. The others might be on back at the fort. There might be some others at the fort, but there were. Let me go back actually to the map and see how many bodies we have here. Do a little body count real fast.
You still have the
Gruesome.
I do. I still
the
have the map for us somewhere if I can
map with
find
all
it.
the dead tokens.
I think there were two. Yeah, two dead. So you had two with you, and they both died.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all you're able to really ascertain from the whistle itself.
What we could do is make an ambush out here and blow the whistles and see if anything comes out. If it is an undead sort of thing, then I don't know, maybe daylight would be an advantage for us.
Yeah. True.
Could
I mean,
I
we do
try
have
to
above the cave as an vantage point too.
could I try to like jerry rig a scarecrow to like make it like a facsimile of its standing presence?
And we
No,
burned
It's
burned 'em.
burnt.
Yeah.
It's all burnt up. It's yeah.
I
You
know
could
that-
create a new one potentially, but it's would take a little bit of resource gathering and work to put together. But
Some light necromancy.
What's a little
Yeah.
like necromancy between friends?
yeah,
I would love to spend 10 minutes just fixing up Jasper. If we think that might be relevant. But otherwise he's out until I can do that.
Yeah, why don't we take a few minutes out here to figure out our strategy and fix him up.
okay. So while he's fixing up Jasper, is anybody else? I know you've all been listening and paying attention to that, keeping your eyes on the horizon. Is there anything else specifically that you wanted to do, like any other healing or stuff like that?
Were we aware of any secondary entrances to mines?
You know there was another way out, but
Yeah.
you don't know which way it went in. But when
Right.
you originally went to this mine, you know there was another way that led out.
Gotcha.
But this was the front door as you knew it.
Yeah.
So, and the front door
Well,
now is wide open.
I'm just throwing it out there again, guys. We do have a scroll of invisibility spear.
That's stationary, right?
I don't know. Not familiar with the spell.
Oh, and it's like a third level spell.
You and any number of creatures in range. Target.
Let's see.
Yeah, it says easy to move together slowly. Yeah, that's an option.
All right, so you're able to get Jasper fixed up, I believe, and what are we thinking?
Wander on in, or do we want to blow the whistle?
The whistle's been
Well,
blown, I'll say that. I
yeah.
mean, the whistle was definitely blown for a long enough time that it would have been heard, I should say.
The humming has changed at all since when we got there.
Then Warden, you're the only one that can make that check. So if you'd like to make a perception check.
Okay.
What do your elf ears tell us? Tell you.
Nothing.
Sounds the same to me.
I guess what we could do, we could go ahead and go in. If it turns out it's something that can't come out after us or whatever, or we need to run away, we could run out here and then do that invisibility as a backup plan if we get into trouble.
Yeah. All right.
Pull the old brave Sir Robin.
That's right.
Tactical retreat. All right.
Find out it's a machine or something like that. You know.
All right, so you're thinking of going inside now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What will your relative order be here?
Probably pretty similar to what it was.
I'm also gonna move something here.
Dalek's usually in front, right?
Yeah.
And then Ben Warden could be in front if we need somebody with him. Could be up there with him.
Probably have a better chance with bow attacks if you're close to the front.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be coming up behind us while we're going into.
Yeah.
I'll
he's gonna.
Reckla can go in next.
Well,
move you guys
Or-
over.
Do we want Jasper to lead at the front, being a construct and thus not susceptible to necromantic things that might be lurking? He's
Yeah.
small enough and perceptive enough that shouldn't be too much of an issue to have him there. But then also, if something's going to go wrong, to Jasper than to
Yep.
Dalit.
Yeah.
Because
One
if
day.
you're okay with that, sure.
Seems like a nice tactic. Okay. So I guess, and you might have to move your cameras if you're like me and you usually have them on the top. I have to move them to the bottom so I can see your tokens. You guys are up here in the upper.
Zoom out on your map if you have
Yeah,
to.
it's awkward with the video
I
sometimes.
don't see our
that way.
companions there. Did they make it?
No, of course not. Let's go.
Yeah,
get
and I
them.
can't drag Jasper off of the.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't. I just got him. I just grabbed him.
Oh, you did? Okay. So you can bring them. Okay. I got Easton. 1 second.
Grab the one from the other one. He's sized correctly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. He's the
Yeah.
right size, Jasper. That's what we want. We'll turn him downward though, so he's going. Okay. All right. Yes. If you want to, just go ahead and move yourselves towards this rock and put yourselves in your relative order, and we'll get into this here. And I'll remind you of what was here before a little bit, where I can. Let's see if I can find.
Can I get sight on Jasper?
Sure. Let's see. How's that?
Jasper does not reveal any illumination. I can just use my token if we
That's-
want, and then just say,
Yeah, I think that's just because Jasper has never been here before. That his token doesn't have any. Oh wait, is that? I did that to Easton. My bad. So Easton should have, and now Jasper should have. I'm getting your
Yeah.
your companions mixed up here. Okay, Jasper's in front. He's taking the lead. What's the move here? As you approach.
give me 1 second.
You remember there's an outcropping, there's some large boulders. That's a really weathered looking rock face that you're entering, and there's a narrow opening that leads into basically a downward slope. In the narrow rocks, it's dark, but you can still see the cave entrance and the shape of the cave. Since you were here last, you'll remember that there was a cage that sat in the front of when you first enter. There's a cage in there. So if you're gonna send Jasper forward, I can move him in and show you that. Let's see. So yeah, so his token can see anyhow the main entrance here. What he'll notice as well is that the cage has been just busted open. It's all ripped apart. There's nothing in it. However, in the other corridor, the one that led into the cave, you can see some large pits that have been dug in the ground. So I'm gonna move these to where you can see them. So there's the first one that Jasper would see, basically. Who's next? Who's after? Who else is coming in?
I'll go.
Okay, let me move Jasper there, and Dalit is in. I think I'm gonna move Fen Warden up so he can see a little bit. I'm gonna just slide you guys over so you have a better angle on this front. Okay, so you guys are starting to file in. Some of you probably can't see yet exactly what's going on, but there's a pit that's been dug here that you'll have to traverse. You could either jump it in the case of those of you who are very athletic. You could also climb around. It's a little easier probably to climb than to jump, but I'll have those of you who are entering make perception checks also. Okay, Dalit notices this. You're the only one that notices Dalit, but it looks like the ground on the other side of the pit might be a trap. So as if they were thinking you might try to jump over this one, you'd land right in another trap. And I'll mark that on the map. for you right now.
Before I tell everybody, can I see where there's a safe landing? Or would it just be that you have to climb?
A safe what? I missed what you first said.
Safe landing spot? Like, would you just have to complete a very long
Yeah,
jump? Or
you should see it now. So if you look, you can see that second. Hopefully you can see this on your map.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, we
Okay.
do see a second one.
Okay. Yeah, so you could land over here, and you believe that this ground is safe to land on, so you could definitely jump in an angle and try to do that. Otherwise, again, you would be climbing around 2 traps, not just 1.
Okay, I will warn everybody that there's 2 traps in a row, and try to throw one of my arrows, and where I think it's safe to land.
Oh, okay. Sure. You want to roll just to see how good your marker is?
Yeah,
It's an easy roll.
Can we just
As long
do
as
like an unarmed attack?
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, so you mark your spot, like right there, guys. Anywhere past that, and
The
you're
arrow's
good.
in the ground.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
All right.
And I guess Jasper's going first over this.
Yeah, we can. Jasper should be able to make that.
Yeah, if he's jumping, it's an athletics check, and he clears it beautifully, no problem. I'll move him
And then
in.
have him pat around and make sure that the spot is actually going to be good. Have him do little tippy tappies.
Yeah, he can prove to you, and you can see his weight is held by the ground. It doesn't seems like he landed in the perfect spot.
So I see him there, but it's not giving me any like illumination from
I wonder if it's
Jasper's.
dark vision or something I gotta tick on for him. Let's see. Probably night vision. Okay, he has. I guess it's his light. You know what the issue is he doesn't have any light source.
No, because that might be.
But I will give him night
The other-
vision. But that might be the reason why it was doing that. Okay, he should have some vision now. If you look, he should have.
Yeah, no, I can see that now
Okay.
because he has
Both of your.
other.
I don't know if your construct should have night vision or not. I'm just saying that I believe that's why it was dark.
He does not currently. It's a inventor feat that I plan on taking, but I forgot that he has only the regular vision at this time.
Okay. All right, so
Is dark vision an issue for anyone else?
It will be for me. Well,
Reckla
last
has
there
low
probably
light.
be.
Yeah, Voldarius has low light vision.
Yeah, so you guys can see Jasper, but maybe he doesn't even see you. But regardless, you definitely see that the ground was safe as far as what Dalit said is marked well, and where Jasper is, you don't hear or see any threat to him. So I think you would all feel safe trying to. Again, you can either climb it, which would be athletics, or jump it, which is athletics. So it's really, or I'm sorry, acrobatics for your climbing, and for your jump, it's going to be athletics.
I will try jump.
Wow.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like a standing,
Nimble.
he just standing broad jump, clears it with plate mail on. Okay. All right.
No big deal.
I'll
Yeah.
slide past Jasper too, and just get out of the way.
Gotcha.
Fenwarden's less impressive by any means.
Oh, okay. So Fenwarden will not clear with that roll. Do you have a hero point still?
I do, yes.
Your choice. You don't have to use it here, but
I'll use the hero point, sure.
Alright.
There we go.
nice. Okay. You cleared it. You're in. And you can move up to, I'll move you up here. Basically on the same square as Jasper for now. Who's going next?
Voldarius can go next.
Okay.
Or Reckla.
Oh, yeah, I was just getting in where I was expecting the position of be. Really.
So yeah, so basically you guys can go with whichever's better for you, athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah.
Another, probably a more impressive looking jump for the smaller gnome even than Dalit in doing a broad jump in plate mail, but you clear. You're doing acrobatics. Let's see. Oh man, that is just one shy.
Well, that's a 17 flat. Not likely to
Yeah.
beat that. And athletics is worse. He's
You hero point, I could give you guidance.
that's a
Still a
17.
17.
Yeah, the
still a
guidance
17.
is a good idea. As I'm falling back and I slap myself with guidance, yeah, I don't think he would.
Okay.
I don't think he'll be making
You
it.
try to grab an edge.
Okay, so yeah, you're going to basically lose your footing here and begin to slide downward into this pit. And let's see. Yeah, I think in this case you'll go ahead and just do an athletics check now to see how you're able to react to the sliding. I know athletics isn't your thing, but yeah, okay. So yeah, you start to slide down into this pit. You slide down the edge of this pit probably a good 10 to 15 feet after you lose your footing, and so you're still sliding, but you've slowed down a little bit. And let's see who. Idril, let me move you in because I don't think you were able to move in before. Anybody want to do anything here to help, or Voldarius, do you have any ideas?
I would think Voldarius is just clawing madly. He doesn't really have too much.
Really try and throw out a hand. It's a somewhat frail and flimsy elven hand, but he will attempt to catch him.
He's slid down now. He's beneath the
Okay.
surface that you're standing. Idril's like maybe 15 feet above now, where Voldarius's hand would be.
And then pulling out rope.
Okay. All right. So you can now throw rope to him, and let's see.
I'll give him guidance while he's down there. I don't think
Yeah.
they could
Yeah, so if you
go.
want to go ahead and do an athletics check again, Voldarius, to see if you're able, how well you're able to grab this. I don't know, I guess tossing the rope, I can't think of anything to roll for that. I think dropping the rope in this case is pretty straightforward. Just Voldarius can try to grab it, hopefully. Oh my goodness.
How is that
No.
even possible?
It's like you knocked him down further. So
Yeah, the
you're
rope
like
hits him
trying
right
to
in the
grab
eye
it.
and-
You're like trying to reach and grab this rope, and then you needed that hand, and unfortunately that just like sinks you further into this pit. You're now about 25 feet down. Any other ideas? Anybody want to try anything else? Help your companion?
Best I can do is another.
Another rope wouldn't hurt, having more ropes to grab.
Yeah.
There's another.
I guess I'll throw a rope down.
All right, so I think
Do we want to tie it off to the original one, or do we?
I'm thinking.
no.
I was thinking the more ropes you have, the better
higher
chance
likelihood
you
to
can
grab
get one of them. So we'll
Right,
give you a plus now that you've got multiple ropes in there. Go ahead and I guess I'm gonna have you do in. What kind of check can we use to drop the rope?
a dex check maybe, just to say that it accurately lands where it's easy to grab.
Yeah.
Just like either athletics. Athletics is a dex-based skill. You could either use athletics or.
Athletics is a strength-based. Acrobatics
Oh,
is
that's acrobatics is.
athletics more like a
Or
lasso.
strength, yeah.
Like
Huh.
they're throwing it down. They're trying to lasso him.
Yeah, so Dalit, you're able to get the rope very close to Voldarius, almost make it as easy as you can for him to try to reach it. Darius, you'll have a plus to this roll.
Good. So maybe even when I fail again, it'll still be a positive this time at least.
Let's hope
Like,
God,
it's
guidance
positive.
again.
Let's hope it's positive.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
the man is not athletic.
He does have a flat side after all.
Okay.
In this case,
so
though,
I
it's not
will-
a critical.
I will hero point this maybe
Okay.
and see if we can fix this.
And you have guidance? Okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You grab the
Right.
rope.
Get a rope.
You grab the rope. Yeah, you grab the rope. We'll say you've grabbed Dalit's rope. Because he's put it right next to you. So this time you're able to hold the rope, and then if you guys want to do a collective pull to get him up, you can all do
Yeah.
another athletics check just to pull him up to your side there.
Of athletics.
Yeah, so if all of
Yeah,
you want to
mm.
roll athletics, basically we'll just need everybody to have.
Jasper's helping.
we need everybody to
Sure,
be
man, help.
16 or above for the most part on the like a majority of 16 and above. Oh,
Jasper, you
Uh-oh.
fail me.
oh, we need Dalit to roll a good athletics check, and there's only okay. Yeah, you're good. You guys are good. So you're able to pull Voldarius up to that near side. So let me move you guys down the hallway a little bit and put Voldarius in safety here. If you could also make a perception check. This is an after the fact perception check, but that's enough that you noticed that beneath you as it went a little bit deeper that there are some spikes on the wall that would have been very uncomfortable to continue
Yeah.
sliding down beyond. So that's something that sticks out. They almost look like barbs to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I will, as he tries to catch his breath, go ahead and impart that little nugget of knowledge to Idril and suggest maybe toss us a rope so we can pull you up if necessary.
He will pull up the length of rope that he had let down. He'll throw one end over. Do you want me to roll for that?
Yep, you can roll athletics or yeah. For that. So you don't get it there on the first try. If you guys want to try to throw one back, you can do it that way too. There you go. So you're able to Reckla's able to get one to you before you can get one to him, and
Thank
then you can you can have a
Before you leave, I'm going to have you tie off the cat. So, Easton.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Sure.
Reckla's gonna hand off the other end of the rope to somebody bigger and stronger than him.
Well, Reckla's been doing just fine, but I feel our friend Dalit is
yeah, he's
the man
probably
of
the
the hour there.
sturdiest. Yeah. All right, so you can make your climb check to get across, either or acrobatics, excuse me, or athletics, whichever one you want, and you can be
Yes.
okay.
We
That
got that rope.
yeah, you're not able to actually get anywhere right now because you can't really get your feet to stand anywhere. So you're gonna have to try athletics to try to use more strength based to power your way over the rope.
That's not going to work, Jamie. It's not going to work at all.
Even with
I
some
don't know.
guidance,
You rolled a
come on.
2 or a 3. You rolled a 3. I don't know. One or the other.
We'll give it a go.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Idril is able to power their way over. Let me move you. What layer am I on here? Oh, that's odd. I've lost all of my toolbars on Roll20.
Not like you need those.
Yeah. What do I need that for? Let me refresh. They're back. Okay. Now I can change things. Okay. So Idril, you should now be able to see a little bit in a hallway here, hopefully. Let's see. Do you have light? Yeah, you do. Okay.
Easton still has to jump across. He does have a rope tied around him.
Yeah, and Easton is a panther?
Yeah,
Must have a plus.
Oh, he's a leopard. But
yeah, the plus for this thing is probably enough to land it.
Yeah.
On a leopard, I would guess. That's cool. That's very cool.
Okay.
Leopard.
We'll roll it. Okay.
Well, what did you roll? You rolled a 12. You only have +1 for athletics?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably, let's see, so you have the rope tied to it, so it's not going to fall
It'd
very
have, like, a
far.
leap of the-
So basically it's, yeah, this would have been a leap. This would have been a leap, but you need to roll better for a leap. So basically it just landed short and it's down now in the pit a little bit, so it'll have to climb out. So if you can do another athletics check to see if it's able to gain ground and get to the top or not. There you go. Yeah, you guys took the precaution to tie it up. So
I'll back out. Okay.
all right, you're in. You're in. Let me grab the description. I remember, or you'll remember this section. If I can find the. There were some alcoves. This is a really tight tunnel that was made by and for kobolds. And what you remembered to be tight and have some alcoves with some different little decorations that were dedicated to old Sharptooth. Now it looks like those have been removed and that the tunnel itself has been widened slightly, and the ceiling is a little bit excavated as well, so that it's more comfortable for larger creatures to walk down than the last time you were here. Would be for those of you who have been here before. I'll say that also you at this point will all hear this sound more clearly as you come down towards this corner here. I can move you all in. I think everybody's in. Reckla's stuck. There you go. Okay. Yeah, so that's what's going on. And you're now more clearly hearing this noise that sounds a lot more to you now like chanting than humming, but still distant and reverberating through the cavern, not necessarily straight in front of you. What's the order now? Is Jasper still gonna go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Voldarius can keep close by to.
So you can move
keep
Jasper
the
here,
eyes.
please. And then
That's wrong.
if y'all want to line up after Jasper in your marching order here, I'll move you. There you go. You got it. All right. You reach this point. You continue down this what was previously a really narrow corridor. Now has been widened, and as you're starting to get up towards this area where it separates, you notice on the ground, and I would think, I don't know if, I guess Jasper would notice this first, that like on the ground here, it changes, like the flooring changes from like a dirt rock cave floor to more of a smooth stoned floor in this direction. And it continues this way as more of a unfinished surface. That's just something different that you would have noticed as well. But I'll have you guys make, at least those of you who are down near here, so Dalit and Voldarius and Jasper can do perception checks. Wow, okay. Yeah, so Jasper and Dalit, both of you freeze in your tracks right on that spot because you hear something. You hear some movement that doesn't sound like chanting coming from this area here. I would say that the chanting sound is much louder coming from the opposite direction. So that's what you guys are able to figure out. What would you like to do?
Jasper looks back for direction.
Yeah.
Which way do we want to go? Try to sneak up there.
I look around. We better go look at what it is.
Is it dark in here, or is there illumination of some sort?
Let's see. There is no illumination so far that you've seen.
So do we have our own light sources?
Yeah, that's definitely now a problem for you, especially for Dalit and others. I'm not sure how you guys are handling your vision. Is someone carrying a torch or a lantern or something?
Should I light up a torch?
Yeah, you can light it's not a problem to light one up. I just want to make sure I know who has it, and I'll put it.
I'll do dancing lights. That way everybody can keep their hands free.
Okay, floating. Yeah, so you've got floating lights that will light the way for you, actually.
Okay.
As long as I can sustain it.
So I think I can put. I got you. I think I can put a light out here. Oops.
There you go.
And I don't know if I can give you the ability to control it. That would be really cool if I could do that and give you the ability to control it. I guess I could always just use another token to do that, but okay. Yeah, so I'll move that light for you and give you a little bit more. This says 20 feet, but it's supposed to be 120 feet or 60 feet. Let's see. Oh, it sheds like a torch. Okay, so it is 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Okay. All right, so I'll just move that along. If you want to move it somewhere, Scott, just let me know.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
For now, I'll just keep it centered on the group.
and it says you can create up to 4 of them.
Yeah.
So how many do you want to make?
We'll do 3.
All right. All right. I'll just move them all. I got them all on top of each other right now, so if you want to move them at all.
All right.
All right, so you've got noise coming from this direction that sounds like movement, and you've got chanting noise that's coming from this way. Neither way seems to be illuminated light or detectable.
I say let the people keep chanting. I mean, go check out who's moving around. That would be Reckla's vote.
You want me to stealth around the corner and see what I can see?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I've got this cloak of shadow I can give you too.
Oh, yeah.
So I know we're pretty much like at our normal time, coming right up on it. Is there any? Is it anybody have a hard stop right now? Is it good to go like another 15 or 30 minutes, or just want to check?
I'm all set.
Yeah, I'm good.
I can go a few more minutes. Yeah.
Chris, you good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So we'll go another 30 minutes or somewhere in that, like 15 to 30 minutes, depending on where we end up here. But Dalit, you are sneaking around the corner, sneaking down the alley. Let's see. So you get yourself up to here. You turn that corner, and you'll remember this room from before was it was like blood splatter on the walls and a whole bunch of markings and things that were put there by the Kobolds to honor old Sharptooth. And when you come in now, as disturbing as that sounds, it looks more creepy to you now than it looked before. The floor, like I said, has been smoothed out. The ceiling and everything have been widened. And the first thing on your left, right here, is a captive group of kobolds. There is a cage there, and behind it, I just moved him just so you could see that there's a cage there. But there are 3 kobolds that look to be. One of them looks like has his head lifted, looking at you. The other 2 are unaware of you, from what you can tell right now. Let's see. What else are you seeing? I think you would see this. It's like a sliver in your vision right now, but I guess more concerning to you than the Kobold captives are dead ahead of you, a figure standing, and actually it looks like to you like it might be another Kobold, but then all of a sudden it turns in your direction, and it indeed appears to be a Kobold. However, it appears to be an undead Kobold. It's right there in your vision. I'm moving it through your vision so you can see that little edge of it. It's looking in your direction, not yet done anything, but it's starting to look back in your direction. So I'll give you a chance to react to that.
I'm going to try to retreat back to the party. You want me to do another stealth check?
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so you tiptoe, creeping your way back out of there, not sure what this thing saw or if it saw you, but you almost locked eyes with it for a split second. So you make your way back, and what do you do?
I'll tell them there's 3 kobolds in a cage right around the corner, and at least 1 undead moving around in there.
Undead kobold. Problem.
Definitely some necromancy going on.
I think we understand why they're chanting now.
Yeah. Do we want to release the kobolds and attack, or just go to the chanting and try to disturb that?
Yeah, I don't think that we want to. I think we want to leave the kobolds in the cage, maybe. Keep them the safest there. I don't think they're going to be a big. They might not be a very big help to us in an altercation.
Yeah.
Voldarius, if you could
Besides to
do.
attack them, it's one less attack on us, so I like that. If we
Yeah.
have Kobold, you know,
It's true.
and they could even flank the thing. You never know.
Voldarius, if you could do an occultism check, or if anyone else is trained in occultism, you can make a check. Okay, so Voldarius, it definitely would occur to you maybe that it's ironic or coincidental or intentional. You're contemplating which of the 3, that these things should be susceptible to silver weapons,
Mhm.
and you're in a
Mhm.
silver mine, right?
That's true.
So just I think that would cross your mind right now. Like, why? That's just such an oddity that they're literally sitting on
Strange
it.
place for a necromantic ritual in a silver mine when the undead are, by their very nature, susceptible and weakened by silver.
Yeah.
It's either oddly specific for some nefarious purpose, or, we could only hope, it's a fool's errand. I fear it's the former and not the latter.
Potentially be somebody looking to understand the relationship between Silver and the undead. For what means, I guess we don't know. We'll have to go ask them.
Pointedly, aggressively, most likely. I do not like the idea of leaving the kobolds there. I do not know what assistance they might be, but I do not like the idea of just leaving them in the cage. Should something happen to us, and we have a chance to rescue them.
Let's pop them out. We can get them out of here quickly.
If one of you who can speak to the kobolds wants to release them and tell them to get out of here, I can try to distract the undead one.
I can do that.
Okay. Everybody cool with that?
Yeah, and you can actually pass him the cloak. The undead one have less of a chance seeing you.
The other piece of information I want to give you from Voldarius's occultism role is that although you can't understand the language, you recognize the language to be necral, which is a language often associated with necromancy and dark rituals. You again would just be able to verify or the feeling that there's some kind of incantation going on, and that would be the only reason that language would be uttered, to your knowledge.
No, necromancy has its own
Getting real culty up in here.
Oh, yeah.
Went off the deep end after the kobolds moved out.
Yeah. The cloak of the shadow's gone now.
Okay. Alright, I guess I'll take my sword out, and I don't really do sneak attacks. I have no, extras for.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to, if you're trying to, stealth back in, and you're able to do that successfully, you could possibly line up a sneak attack.
Yeah, I think I'll try to stealth in a little further.
Able to get him while he's still flat-footed, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Have some guidance, why don't
Alright.
Nice. Okay, so you have 17 overall.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get to yes. So that I can start.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
Gordon wants to get in enough that he can cover Dalit while he's in there too.
Yeah, so Dalit, you get basically to this point when right before you realize as you start to move forward that there's more creatures in here than just the one that you saw, and as you step forward, the one that you were trying to hide from, you remain hidden from. But there is one here that does detect you. So it's turn order. Guys can all roll initiatives here.
Yeah, I guess Reckla would want to be at least inched up close to the corner.
Did it populate all this again? What is it going on here? So you rolled a 16 again. You another 16 on initiative? Oh no, that wasn't it. Yeah, it was a 16 on initiative.
Yeah.
Every time? Do you roll a 16 every time for initiative?
Consistency
I have no
is
idea
key.
which one you are now. Okay, you must have been this one.
I'm still on there, so you picked correct.
Oh, good. Okay, good. That's helpful. Thank you. Am I missing anyone on the turn order? Because mine gets duplicated. I see Voldarius twice on mine, for example. You're a 20?
I don't see. Yeah, I'm a 20. I don't see Jasper. I clicked the Jasper and used his sheet for it, but he's not showing up with his 23.
I've gotta start clearing it. It's like it takes a second and it.
Don't see
pulls
Ben
it
Warden
up.
either.
There either.
Fen Warden? Okay. Fen Warden's there now. Yeah, he wasn't on there. Okay. Everybody see themselves then? And your minions? Okay. Okay.
No, Easton's not there yet.
Oh, he's not? Okay, I do see him though. That's weird. Okay. I'll figure this system out one day. Alright. So, sorting by these. Alright, so bunch of you going at the same time, it looks like. All right, Reckla, you're going to be first if you want to go now. You don't
No,
necessarily
I don't
know
think
what's
so. I
going
think he'll-
on, so...
Yeah, I think he'll just delay and be ready.
Okay, yeah, all right. Actually, what I should do, to be fair here, I think... Wait, what was your... What did you roll? 29, okay. Yeah, so you're the one that's in here twice, too. And Idril, what was Idril's? Because it's in here twice.
2.
Okay. And good old 16, always right there. I know where he's at. Okay.
Reliable 6.
All right, so what I want to do instead is to start at Dalit because he's the first one, and then we'll move into
Yeah.
the turn order. So you'll know something's going on here, hopefully in a moment. So Dalit, you see this thing, it sees you, and it looks as if it's going to do more than just look at you. So I'll give you a chance to act first here.
Alright. I will. I've got land. Yeah, I've got too much space. Alright. Sort out. I'm going to step in between these two so they know I'm here. And get here. I'm going to use my white feet. Attack both of them at once.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
What I can do with that.
That is a hit.
20. Alright, cool. Yeah, I guess I'll try to make another attack. I don't think I can use swipe again. So I will try to attack.
And that's going to be your third attack. So,
Well, the swipe is one attack, right?
it counts as 2 attacks for the multiple attack penalty. So,
Oh, yeah.
It's well, that's just in regards
It's
to
a
the
2
penalty,
action.
but it's a 2 action.
Yeah.
That's 2
Yeah, sure,
action.
it's
Yeah.
2 action. I'll double check that. But yeah.
Okay.
So
you,
that would be my turn then.
yeah, you would move and swipe. Okay. Got it. You've damaged 2 of them. You all would hear this. You would hear some of this clanking of metal and whatnot suddenly. I don't know if Dalit has anything else that he's doing to indicate what's going on to the others, but the Kobold is definitely gonna get in it. Let's see. So this one I need to add also. All right. 19 and a 26, Dalit.
26.
26 hits. Okay, so is using just a, in this case, looks like a spear, and it only does 2 damage to you with a poke. The other one missed, so let's see, what else are they doing here to get a second round? I'll just go ahead and have them attack one more time. So I could do this, 2d20. I don't know how to do that. There's a command to make it do 2 rolls at once like that. Neither of those hit, right?
Either hits and that 9 is a critical.
Alright, so this one is going to have some problems to deal with. Very likely. Ah, okay, so he's going to make a savings throw for his weapon. Let's see. Alright, so... yeah, it breaks. Breaks basically almost in half as he smacks the rock next to him instead of you with his short sword. That's it though for them. The other... okay, so that we should be basically to... looks like Easton would be at the bottom of the order, but I'll put him... let's see. I'll put him after you, Fenwarden.
okay.
So he's just always going to go basically right after you, so you can go together. So yeah, so we're at the top of the turn order. Reckla, you hear commotion as probably expected.
Yeah. Perk up. I know the sound of that steal anywhere. And he'll run around the corner and stops right there.
We need to get Dalit a battle cry so that everyone can hear it echo through. Go ahead.
He's going to target that Kobold, undead Kobold there. Shot of Disrupt Undead.
Ooh, very nice.
No, I don't think it hits though, does it?
No, attack 12. Why does it have a savings throw and an attack roll though? Is it just one or the other, do you know?
Looks like it hits, and then there's a fortitude save afterwards.
Oh, it gets both. That's...
or enfeebled.
oh, that saves just for the effect. I see.
Just looks
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't hit.
Yep. I guess last action, they'll give guidance to Fenward.
Does he have a third, or be 1 to move and then 2 for the?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
This is also
That's
two
the end of
action.
his turn.
Yeah. All right, Jasper.
All right. So Jasper, Voldarius will use one of his actions to send him in there and give him the signal to go. He can get up to there and then make an attack on that one.
Got it. Okay.
Now that I'm looking at it, I don't see anywhere in the spell where it says it's supposed to be a spell attack. I might have that set incorrectly anyways.
Yeah, I was wondering that, but that's worth double checking.
Yeah. I think it
Jasper
is.
hit.
Is that flanking?
Yes.
not-
Yes, I can
okay.
draw a line through that. Yeah.
Not sure if that pushes it towards critical.
It pushes it towards, but not quite.
All right, so 9 damage with a swipe.
Yikes. Okay, that one's taken both of the successful hits so far from your party.
And then that is Jasper's turn.
All right. All right, so it is now back to my first undead kobold, which would have been the one that hasn't fought yet. So this one is stepping forward with its first action. It's going to go for Jasper with its second action. 17.
That is a miss.
Crit miss.
And a critical miss.
Yes, let's see. You remember this from when you had a lot of kobolds fighting alongside you as well, which is like hilarious that the undead kobolds are similarly breaking weapons and tripping all over themselves.
Guys, I miss them.
Aren't they adorable?
Let's take them with us.
This weapon break. Let's see if this is gonna happen. Or yeah, that weapon's gonna break. Another kobold smacks its cheap short sword on the rock and chips it pretty hard. All right, so that is it for the kobold. It's Fenwarden's turn with guidance.
All right. Yeah, he's got a short sword, so he's first of all going to have to move into the room, see what's going on. I guess you can stand in the center there. That's not a very fun place to stand. Speed is 30. Okay, so he can get, to there.
Make an athletics check to traverse the rock that's in the room there, if you would.
You got.
Perfect.
Okay, which one appears damaged?
The one that's damaged is on the far side. This one here is hurt.
Oh, none of these guys are damaged.
The other two have broken weapons.
Oh.
And I need to mention to you that you now would be you and Dalit would notice this cultist that is standing in your midst right now. I think what you would both notice about him without even having to do a perception check is that he is standing holding his hands up and his eyes are rolled back into his head and he's chanting.
Oh, I'm going to attack him. Okay.
He's been doing that since you came in the room, so he's just
Yeah,
not...
okay,
not
yeah. Okay, so I'm attacking with the short sword that we picked up that I know is got a rune on it. It's magical, but I don't know what it does.
Okay. Okay.
And actually, just for good measure, I'm going to first of all make him my hunted prey. And then I will take one chop with the short sword.
Ooh. Huh. Okay, so...
Actually, I guess you can take another crack too.
Yeah,
since
that's a miss.
Made him hunted prey. You get one more attack in here.
Okay, yeah, so I think what you notice first when you swing the blade, it leaves a faint shimmer in its wake and almost like a purplish eerie glow coming from the blade as you swing it. And let's see, it has a +1 to attack rolls I'll just tell you that going forward. So it's definitely a +1, but I'm just trying to see if the other effect is activated. Okay, so if you haven't activated the second part of it, but I'll say this, you feel like if you ever use this weapon against a flat-footed enemy, it's going to be a very precise hit. But yeah, in this case, you've definitely done some damage, so this one is taken...
Chanting, isn't he flat-footed?
Oh, you're taking him, I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah, he is
Yeah.
flat-footed. He is flat-footed, I'm sorry, yeah. I was thinking it was for some reason the Kobold, because you're asking about the Kobold, but yeah, no, he's flat-footed. You're going to add 1d6 precision damage to any time you hit a flat-footed enemy. It's a
Awesome.
short sword of Shadow Strike.
Shadow Strike. Okay. Very nice. Okay. So we got a 5, plus I got a 1d6, plus I've got my vision damage for 100 prey.
Wow, okay, so it's a total of 16? Is that what
Yes.
I'm getting? Okay, yeah, this knocks him out of his incantation. He's still upright, but damn, that was a lethal, pretty lethal strike. All right,
Okay.
it's Easton's turn to join you.
Yeah, Easton, I did not have time to tell him to do anything.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. He's watching the back end here of the
Right.
group, and Israel's up.
Can't see shit.
Let's see, where are you at? Let me see. Yeah, you don't see the targets, but
Oh,
you
I
definitely
also
would.
forgot to mention those are gone now. Once I cast another spell, we would have lost the dancing lights.
Okay, no problem. He has night vision, but yeah, they're up
I've
this
actually
way.
got-
You would
I
hear
got
all
30
the
feet of
commotion.
movement,
Yeah.
apparently. Can I see this?
You see at this point you would see the cage that has the kobolds in it. Do you see the other one? Yeah, you see him. He's on your vision. Yep. This undead one.
Will the drill rake the air? All of that with a.
Gotcha. Okay. That is definitely a hit.
Very nice.
And yeah, so yeah, you all would see this gust come through the air from his hand and strike this thing pretty solid. All of the kobolds have been hit at this point, and they all look pretty worn. Anything else, Idril? I think that was probably it. You got your two
Yep,
actions
that's it.
and your
That wasn't a crit, was it?
No, not too far away though. All right, Voldarius.
Yep.
He will go ahead and make his way in. Can he get up to the bars there?
Yeah, he could definitely reach the bar.
All right, and then while they're doing that, he's going to go ahead and attempt to release the kobolds.
Okay.
Now,
How
let's see.
would you like to?
He is an inventor, and he has reverse engineering. Let's see. Oh boy, spot that I knew I put it in.
It's like a crafting based skill.
You get to replace using disabled device or thievery with crafting. So I'm trying to pick a lock or disable something. I get to use crafting instead.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
It's much better.
Yeah, so you can do a crafting check. Basically, so you'll almost use a tool or something because you'll know how to pop it. Okay.
Stupid.
Yeah, no problem. For Voldarius, you see a weakness on the gate, particularly from the outside. You're able to pop it to where it at least will crack open wide enough that you could get in or the kobolds could get out. So you're able to do that.
Okay, so I'm going to go up there and I'm going to pick that and I'm going to then address the kobolds in there in Draconic. You must hurry. Get out while you can. Are there others?
They'll look stunned for a moment to hear that language come from you and then quickly snap out of it to say, "We don't know."
Is the chief still here?
No.
We already saw the chief, didn't we?
Yeah, but he doesn't know if they did. How long have they been captive? Is a good question. But
Yeah.
no, they would say no. They would know that the chief is not here. And I think that... So they will take your opportunity, and I'll add them to the turn order. and they'll try to make an escape at some point here, now that you've opened this for them.
And then, yeah, moving and then cracking it open will be my 2.
Okay.
It's just because I used 1 for Jasper.
All right.
That's my full.
Perfect. All right. Our cultist who's been smashed here by Fen Warden lowers his hands, and you see his eyes come back down, and you see his pupils now, which just have this, they're real small pupils on this thing, and as if it's lived underground for a very long time would be one way to describe the look in its eyes. But beyond that, it's certainly infuriated by your entrance and is going to make an attack in Fen Warden's direction. Let's see. Oh, it rolled a nat 1. Perfect. Perfect.
Breaking that weapon.
Okay, so stumbles, misses, nat 1, didn't drop its weapon, which is... And the second one is it hits an AC 19. That hit Fen Warden? Perfect. Alright, so swing and a miss, and now a frustrated looking cultist is going to step in your direction. So he's there. Dalit?
Okay. Kobolds are still alive, right?
Every one of the kobolds is alive, and every one of the kobolds is 1 shot away from going down. Give you perspective.
Alive is a bit of a stretch.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They're
Animated.
I will do a swipe again at the two.
Okay. That hits.
Right.
And so you do 6. So this one drops.
Okay.
This other one, though,
Wow.
however, does not. He's still upright.
Okay. I'll just take my last attack.
That's
Alright.
a miss. All right. So the Kobold, I'm going to delete this one so it comes out of my turn order. And then this one that you just swung at is going to swing back in your direction. Missing, right? You're a 20-something. And
21.
missing by crit.
Crit.
So he stumbles forward,
his pack.
missing
Not
the
his
attack.
pack.
You know that they carry a lot of important
Yeah.
supplies. They need
Oh,
rations.
Filled with
Yeah,
giblets.
undead supplies.
Yeah, there's probably bowels and crazy stuff like that in it.
His 50 feet of hempen rope is just in small intestine.
Yeah,
That would
yeah.
actually be hilarious.
It would be.
It's just
He's got a full
guts
adventurer
falling out.
pack of just filthy
Yeah,
things.
it would be. I'd love to see the list. So he'll step with his last. He's stepping there. The other kobold at the top, who's also hurt, he's more of a 2-target type of guy. So I'm gonna make Jasper odd and Fen Warden even. Okay, so Jasper's getting the attack here. Is that a
Negative. It is not a crit, though.
crit miss? Okay. Okay.
That is.
Yeah, so we have another stumbling, bumbling undead kobold who's now easier to hit. Okay, and now at this point, you feel the cage door moving a little bit. Voldarius, as the kobolds start squeezing through the opening that you've got, and they start to make their way out past you, heading towards the back of your party away from the threat. So that's then we'll do one more round and we'll call it. Reckla?
Reckla will target that Kobold.
Okay, so this is, then he just makes the basic save. Okay. See his basic save. No. Okay, so he's taken 11 and he falls.
Kobold for a round.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't really want to be sneak.
Yeah, so he falls.
And then with his last action, give guidance to Fen Warden.
All right. Jasper, I think.
Yeah.
You got a kobold here and a cultist. I'm wondering real quick what Idril would think when like a bunch of kobolds run by. You're like totally unaware, and then all of a sudden 3 kobolds just come running by, and Voldarius doesn't seem to care. Like it must seem strange.
Looking for my fireball.
like protecting your gold for a second. Not sure. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yep. So Jasper, can he get over to that side to be able to attack the cultist up there?
Yeah, he can go in the square just north of Fen Wardens. Yeah.
So then he'll go up there. He will go ahead and make an attack on cultist.
Okay.
And he's still out of sorts because of that fumble he did, so he's got a...
You got a plus
penalty.
one. Yeah, you get a plus
Yeah.
one actually. Just take a plus one. And you hit. Oh. Okay.
All 20.
He's looking rough.
That's a lot of damage.
He is looking very rough. Let's see, so would he have been? Okay, yeah, he would have been. Okay. He's hanging on by an absolute thread. So I think that's it probably for Jasper. He's got 2 actions, right? And then
Yep, correct.
Warden.
Warden will use the shadow sword again.
Okay. Oh my god, okay. Believe it or not, that's going to kill this thing even without your additional 1d6. He only was hanging on by a few. So this cultist is now laying dead.
And then we've got one left. Actually, yeah, I can switch targets now and take a crack at that remaining undead.
Yep, last target, really. I'll delete these guys cleared up here. You're making a mess in here again. The last time you guys were in here, you made a mess too. I don't know why they let you in.
I don't know what I need to hit that guy with, but I got 15.
Oh, yeah, that's a miss. They're 19. These guys are 19. So, but
Then his
you can use...
last action will be to call in Easton.
Perfect.
Probably get to about there. I'm going to be there a little late, but anyway, okay.
Okay. All right, Idril. You're back.
In my pockets to make sure those little shits didn't steal anything. Forefront of anything. Is this undead kobold the only one left?
Yeah, also a hit
Tore
away.
up, huh?
Yeah.
Wobbly.
Tore up from the floor up. I will just slash and cut again.
Oh my god. Okay, that is definitely a hit. Okay, that will do it. That will take down the last undead kobold with the slashing gust. So this one gets wiped out as well. I'll give you a chance, Voldarius, to interact with the kobolds here if you wanted to address them. Since you're the closest and you're the one that freed them, what would be your thoughts on what you might do here to get their attention and speak with them?
I'm going to call out, hey, what happened to Sharp Tooth? In Draconic and see if they'll pause for a moment to get them to actually answer a question. Try to invoke the old name.
Yeah, I think hearing the name would be like, get that look in their eye, and one of them would step forward and say, Tartuk, betray.
I know that all too well.
And at this point, I think that they're not looking to like flee. They're a little worried that it may not be safe in any direction. The fact that you speak Draconic gives you a really good reaction from them, but if you could also make I'm thinking diplomacy check here would be a good way of deciding what they want to do. I think that they look pretty thin and malnourished. So I think if you would offer them some food, I'll give you a +1 to your diplomacy roll,
Sure.
which would give you the check I wanted you to make. Okay, all right. So,
Like,
all right, they are going to
supplies.
they're gonna hang around, and what I'll say here though is one of them looks really apprehensive about that, but the other two seem perfectly fine with staying here. So I'm gonna flesh them out, and we'll come up with names for all of them and work on who they are and everything. But 2 of them seem really receptive to you, and the other looks way more cautious about this situation. That's where we'll leave it here, and we'll park it in this spot. I'm glad we got through the combat. I would have hated to leave in combat and then come back and play next time and not have a full gang. That would be tough.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys sticking around to fight it through. Well done. You
Yeah,
cleared
it was
out.
nice having the whole party this.
It was really good. Everybody did some really good stuff. Like the slashing gusts made several appearances. The needles again made the appearance. The grab by Dalit, of course.
Can't
So,
get a session in without a grab by Dalit.
and this
On
is
the
the
16,
companions really also. This is like the first time that you've really, I think, had both of them and used them like this, as far as I know, and it's super
Yeah.
helpful. Cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, good
to
stuff.
work with.
Yeah, thanks guys, appreciate it,
Yep.
and we'll do it again in
Awesome.
2 weeks.
Thanks.
Sounds great.
Thanks again,
All right.
everybody.
Thanks. See
Have a
y'all.
good one,
Take
guys.
care.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Everybody.